Yes, hi everybody, welcome to the South Australian Sports Show. I hope you can stay with us for the next hour. Plenty coming up on the show. Great to be back. Barry Curtin, as always, joins me. Baz, how are you?
Good, mate. Nice to see you back.
Nice to be back, mate. Let's get to it because this show is off and running. There's plenty coming up on the show. Craig Warman's going to join us. John Casey come in, have a chat about the Commonwealth Games. Sticks Phillips, Brendan Phillips, of course.
Great player.
Talent identification for the SAFL. He's been there a long time, done a ripping job. Callum Peters, of course, Com Games silver medalist. We know that controversy that went around that. Should have had gold. And Regan Fathers is going to join us, a South Australian volleyball superstar, been overseas playing. Going to get a chat about what's happening in volleyball here in South Australia.
Volleyball.
Good news, mate. You know, I like to start it with the good news. So let's start off. Crows and the Power, of course, both wins on the weekend. Got both team supporters up and about, feeling pretty good about themselves, leading into Showdown 52.
Yeah, and that's good. I'm glad they both had a win. You know, that because it does
gets the state going, doesn't it?
It adds a little bit. Not that it needs adding, really. It doesn't need anything.
No, it doesn't.
I know that Chad's come out in the middle of the week and
he's great.
You know,
he's great for it.
Yeah, I love Chad. He's come out and said, "Well, we hate him."
Yep.
I mean, he pulled no punches at all.
But you need that.
Of course you need
that
it,
because
mate.
then you get the Crows that are against him for what he said. So it's a bit Neil Curley, Ted Whitten back in the day going at each other.
Exactly
and
right.
you need some of that spice in it.
Yeah.
So,
and I'm glad that the club still got those types of players.
Would he have been Port's #1 Showdown antagonist?
Yes.
And one of their best players.
Without a shadow of a doubt, because just the pure passion that he showed in the showdowns.
So who would be the one for the Crows then? Would it be Rashudo?
I think it would probably be up there. Rue would be up there. I can't think of too many others that have that want to kill you type passion.
No, I reckon those two are probably off the top of my head. He'd
be up there, the Rue, no problem at all.
All right, Ben Cunnington's return to the AFL after battling testicular cancer for 2 years. It was a great story of courage and persistence by Ben, wasn't there?
Yeah.
There was a picture on the Sunday Mail of his wife Belinda and his 3 kids, and it was just a great picture. Well, it's been just a great story.
Yeah, it's been a terrific story.
You know how some things touch it?
Yeah.
And
I know it was just on the weekend.
They were unlucky.
They lost 4 of their best players.
Yep.
Bang.
Tough one for the Crows going in because you think that's a pretty emotive game. The week before that, mate, you played against West Coast when Josh Kennedy's announcing his retirement. So, and now, of course, you're going to play the Power this weekend with one of the superstars announcing on Tuesday that he'd retired. Has there been anyone better than Robbie Gray?
Not in showdowns.
Has there been anyone better than Robbie Gray in the last decade?
Oh, I think
is Boakey close?
Yeah, I think Boakey's up there.
Yeah.
I think Boakey be
up
there.
Are they the two, though? Do you reckon it's those two?
Yeah. Robbie Gray's been fantastic. I think 5 showdown medals. That's quite amazing.
He might get 6, mate.
When you think about it.
He might get 6.
Well, does he play?
Absolutely.
Yeah?
Absolutely he plays. No doubt.
Why, Phil?
Oh, well, there's no reason. Just because he announced he's retiring doesn't mean he's not going to play.
Well, Port's are not great.
Unless he's injured. Unless he's injured,
I'm going to say, Port are not great at giving 3 games.
No, but unless he's injured, he's not playing. But
yeah, he probably plays.
I think he's playing. I think he's up for that. Russell Ebert's releasing a book. It's called Geez, It's Been Worth It.
Yeah.
Typical of Russell,
Sounds
mate.
like Russ.
All the proceeds are going to charity.
Yeah.
Now, the funny part in this, a little twist in it, Russ never wanted to do a book.
Yeah.
But his son, Russ's son, Ben, grandson, Albert, wanted the life stories. Yeah. He wanted to get in on that. So, anyway, it'll be a great read and the proceeds all go to charity. We need to get over to Millie for all the news. Millie, what have you got for us?
Hello everyone and welcome to this week's Sports Show News. It sure has been an eventful week in sport, so let's waste no time and get straight into it. Australian leg spinner Alana King has become the first female cricketer to take a hat-trick in the 100 women's competition. She walked in the footsteps of her childhood cricket hero Shane Warne as she did so. Achieving the rare feat on the debut for the Trent Rockets last Saturday night, King dismissed the likes of Cordelia Griffith, Sophie Eccleston and Kate Cross from successive deliveries as Manchester's originals were bowled out for 76 in 87 balls. King celebrated by raising her index finger and sprinting towards cover, representative of childhood hero Shane Warne during his unforgettable 700th Test wicket at the MCG in 2006. King's hat-trick also took place on the same pitch as Warne delivered that iconic ball of the century in 1993. The Rockets go up against London Spirit in Nottingham tomorrow night before finishing the series against Welshfire on the 29th of this month. Heading onto the green now, Aussie's own Cameron Smith has lost the opportunity of becoming world #1 after confessing to a rule breach. Smith had taken a drop after going into the water on par 3 on the 4th hole and incorrectly placed his ball on the 3rd shot, touching a hazard line. Smith was called into the Office of Rules and earned himself a 2-stroke penalty for the breach. The two-stroke setback was enough for the Aussie to flounder in his tilt at the world #1 ranking in St Jude's in Memphis. The breached car comes as tumultuous few days for Smith as he was heckled by supporters amid reports he will make the move to Greg Norman's Live Golf Tour after the conclusion of the FedEx playoffs. Smith has, however, stated that he has a desire to play at the President's Cup in September, which is run by the PGA Tour. So I guess we'll just have to wait and see what his next shot will be. To women's basketball now, where the nation has seen a reversal retirement by basketball legend Lauren Jackson, who has returned to represent the Opals at this year's FIBA World Cup. The 41-year-old legend has been included in Australia's strong Opals team, making it her first basketball appearance in 9 years since retiring due to chronic injury. In the wake of Liv Cambasia's controversial exit, Opals coach Sandy Brondello says Jackson is going to add another dimension to the team and that she has worked very hard to earn her spot. Ranked number 3 in the world, the Opals have drawn Group C with pool matches against the likes of France, Serbia, Japan, Mali and Canada. The World Cup kicks off late September in Sydney. Speaking of home soil now, it's going to be a thrilling end to the AFL season for South Australia as Port Adelaide take on the Crows tomorrow night at Adelaide Oval. The 52nd meeting of the Adelaide rivals will bring both club seasons to a close, but there is no shortage of motivation for each side, despite the lack of finals. The showdown comes as Port Adelaide put an all-star performance last week, kicking 23-goal-8 to Essendon's 9-goal-8 at the Telstra Dome last Saturday. Travis Boak got the momentum rolling, kicking the first goal for the game in under 20 seconds. The side then led by 51 points at half-time and continued to bring the pain as Todd Marshall kicked his second goal for the match, making it Port's 9th goal in a row. Port finished the game with a final score of 146-62. The Crows also managed to break the game into 3 digits last week, beating North Melbourne by 29 points. Adelaide's Darcy Fogarty continued his impressive form by booting 4 goals for the match, with ex-captain Taylor Walker following shortly behind him with 3 goals to his name. Jordan Dawson also had a stellar performance, racking up 33 disposals for the match, allowing the Crows to take the win home with a final score of 103-74. So, whatever team you're supporting tomorrow, it is set to be a showdown like no other. And rest assured, here at the SA Sports Show, the rivalry is strong. Go the power. That is all the news I have for you this week. I'm Millie Walters, and we'll be right back for more on the SA Sports Show.